Hi everyone, and welcome to week 1 of my off-season recap. This week things have been a little interesting. I have learnt that my adductor is really not in good shape after competing, and also have started nutrition as of yesterday with my friend Charles from the US. So I'll pop the link to his Instagram for you in the comments, and that way you guys can connect with him as well. I'm overall, I guess in terms of this week, happy with how things moved, but when we get to my squats on day 4, you'll see what's going on. So day 1 was my first bench session of the week. This was a nice session to ease back into training with. I had 3x7 at 50 kilos with the first rep paused. They moved really, really well. I've included sets 1 and 3 for you to have a look at. I wasn't getting my arch as high as I normally was during this session, but that's okay. I then also had overhead press, first time doing that in quite a while with a barbell. Very happy with how that moved, but you will notice in the first video that you see, which is my second set, you will notice some imbalances through my upper back, which is what we're currently focusing on fixing over this off season. Day 2 was deadlifts. I had firstly 3x3 paused sumos. They moved well. I did it without my belt, which I got told off for. Sorry, Joel. But I was just really not in the mood to put my belt on, and I know I should have. They moved really, really well though, just focusing on positioning, and also the adductor is kind of playing up a bit when I'm pulling sumo, but it's nowhere near as bad when I'm squatting. I then had my working sets at 95 kilos for 3x3 as well, and these were really, really quick and super happy with how these moved. I think the biggest focus is definitely going to be the positioning as we get into heavier weights again, because I do know that I do lose position when I am getting heavier. So going to try and keep it consistent throughout all of my lifts over the coming weeks. Following my deadlifts, I also had pendlay rows. These were good. They feel a bit foreign to me still. I don't really like doing bent over rows, but I understand the value that they will add to my training. Yeah, going to be interesting to see how these progress. I just kept the weight light for this first week, and I'll just progress it slightly each week depending on how I'm feeling. Day 3 was my second bench day, and I swear Joel's trying to kill me. 5x5, every single rep paused. It moved well, but oh my god, it felt like death. I did this at 50 kilos as well, and looking forward to seeing how this does progress in the coming weeks. This was then followed by incline dumbbell press. I got the 15s up for very easy sets of 3x10, so definitely can increase the weight on these next week, and really happy with how they're moving. I am noticing some instability through my shoulders, which we will work on as well. So day 4. Day 4 was my squats. These were called off after I'd done my first set of what was supposed to be 3x3 with a slightly wider stance. If you watch the facial expressions in the video, you'll see the point where I get to in my squat where I was just in pain. I was in pain warming up. I was in pain with no weight, and then with the barbell, and it was, I'm glad we've called it off. So from there, I'm probably not going to be squatting for a few weeks now until we get the adductor under control, but we will also be working out what we can do to at least make sure that I can keep progressing. So looking forward to seeing what my program holds for next week. I did then go and leg press, narrow stance, 185 kilos approximately. The machine weighs about 160. And for 3 sets of 12, which were fairly easy, I can really feel it today. I'm filming this on the Sunday. So yeah, overall, pretty happy with that. Then followed that with some dumbbell rows and walking lunges, and the dumbbell rows, the 20 kilos moved super easy. So really happy with that. So that wraps up this week's video. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and I will catch you all next week.